Good evening. The idea I'd like to present to you, the idea I'd like to invent at some point in the future, is a revolutionary idea of vanity power. It is quite simply a renewable energy source that works off people's vanity, of which we could possibly argue there is somewhat a surplus in this country. I came across this, I was contemplating this idea last week when I was, I should really have been focusing on my essay, but I was inspired by our AV officer's speech about renewable energy, and I was thinking about the problems surrounding some of the energy supplies in this country. And I thought, well, I could contemplate doing my essay, or I could contemplate basically trying to solve the energy crisis and our country slowly cooking the world to death through fossil fuels, etc. So I contemplated this question, and I went to the toilet and go for a pee. And yeah, I did my business. I'm not going to give you a diagram or anything what happened. But I did my business, then I went to the sink. And as I was going to the sink, there was a man there. And he washed his hands, but he was still there. And he was gazing in the mirror. I was like this, not like really caring whether I could get to the sink at all. I was standing there with my hands wet from, doing my business. And he was there, crafting his hair like that. Look at that. He was there a good 2 minutes, and I was waiting there. And I wanted, first of all, I kind of shuddered and thought, what a waste, kind of thing. Waste of my time, waste of oxygen, that kind of thing. But then, as he left, I thought, that's it. That's it. That's what we have in this country, which we could use to power things. To actually, instead of having to burn fossil fuels, we could use vanity in some way and input it into some sort of vanity power grid and generate electricity, possibly in an application for using for powering cars with it. So I thought at the time, quite smugly, that I had solved two problems potentially. Dealing with vain people, who, let's face it, are a problem, and also solving the energy crisis at the same time. So I went over this idea about vanity power. Vanity, by the way, is defined in your Oxford Dictionary as excessive pride in yourself. I decided the idea that we're mapping out this idea of a vanity power grid, which is done so scientifically between myself and my girlfriend in the flat one afternoon. And we decided that there was, if we were to do a pie chart of producers of vanity, we probably have a fair selection of politicians, probably be able to put a massive kind of net or wires coming out of House of Parliament for every time a politician gives some sort of self-aggrandising speech, which I don't think I have to wait quite long to happen. Also, potentially, the people who dwell within Buckingham Palace probably be able to give a good supply as well. And also, the people who I dislike the most, reality TV stars, could also have a kind of positive contribution. I've been hearing recently people saying how they are people who don't really contribute to the society, but this way they can. They can help us fight global warming, and we don't have to worry about their excessive use of oxygen, or space, or resources. So the Big Brother house, as well as being a site of moral degradation, and a cesspit of arrogance and filled with the dregs of our society, can be the saviour of mankind. So I went over the ideas of this vanity project because I thought, okay, there could be a problem here. If we encourage people to be vain, then might there be a dark age that ensue of vain anarchy break out? Literally, planes crashing in the sky because of air traffic controllers checking their foundation or whatever. or nuclear power stations going off because the technicians are worried that the hair might be falling out because of the nuclear reactor. Well, I considered these, and did some scientific investigations. That is, discussed this with my girlfriend in the flat over for a couple of hours, and we decided that actually there is already enough of a vanity surplus to actually save us at the moment. No one will be encouraged to give any more vanity, any more vain feelings out than they already do. So there we have it. I have solved the energy crisis, and I have managed to solve the problem of vain people. Yes, I am very great. I know that some of you, after I come down here, will want to name your children after me, and will probably encourage them to call me Uncle Zach. So, I just need to power my house tonight, so that's going to turn the lights on. Remember, Vanity Power. It's all about you.